What's up, y'all? I'm Alana Mercedes here with Club Creative, and I'm sitting down with a spirit that is just so light, so beautiful. The energy in the room has been transformed. It has. Miss Hayze is in the building with us. How are you today?
Doing wonderful, wonderful, blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm feeling the same, blessed and highly favored. And I don't know if it's because of the room or it's because we've come in contact, but seriously, my spirit feels light.
Yeah.
So first off, you just performed at the open mic that was happening upstairs. And I literally had somebody come down here and tell me, like, you missed that? Like, it was amazing. So tell me a bit about the piece that you performed upstairs.
Yes. So the piece that I performed is called Cages. It is not as new anymore. Well, it's new to y'all, but it's not really that new to me. It's very near and dear to my heart and one of my personal favorites. I played it on my djembe drum, which is literally an authentic one outsourced from Nigeria. And I named it Tahira because Tahira means purity or pure. And so this is a pure, authentic djembe. It's not like one that's made with like the inauthentic materials.
It's not from Amazon.
Right. It's not. No, this ain't
That's not from Amazon.
I definitely did not pay Amazon money. This was an investment.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful investment too. I like to craft raw music where the lyrics genuinely speak to the spirit more than, well, does it sound good? And so I'm blessed enough where a lot of people have had really good responses to my music. But for me, it's my form of worship. So the plot twist is I truly did not write my music with the, oh, people are going to love this. No, I wrote my music because I was going through something. It's my way of talking to God, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling right now. And then when I share my music, my hope is that my music brings healing to the listener as it brought healing to me when singing it originally to God. So yeah, that was what I did with Cages.
I know a cage bird sing. They're filled with wild melodies, missing the branches of trees. Now they just sit in swings. I know why the cage bird sings.
Yes, and I love how your genre of music is testimonial worship.
Yes.
Because that speaks to what you said, like you're telling God exactly how you're feeling while you're going through this season, whatever that looks like.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what goes into crafting the lyrics that you use, because even with Cages, like I know the inspiration for that line comes from Maya Angelou's poem, but just the lyrics surrounding it are so powerful to me. And they resonate deeply with me. So I'm like, what goes into that kind of poetic language that you use?
So for me, the way that I was brought up, I was severely immersed around artistry. And so it was never a castaway activity. It was always more than extracurricular. I have listened to and, observed multiple different poets. Even nowadays, going to open mics, I love to listen to what is the poet actually talking about. And I feel like when you're able to combine imagery, sometimes parables are the better way to convey what's going on without causing a sense of like defensiveness, which you would think certain things when you're talking about yourself wouldn't incite defensiveness in the listener, but you'd be surprised. Many of us are sensitive about different things. So it's like, okay, well, I don't want to tell you that, oh, you're feeling stunted right now. But if you know why the cage bird sings the way I do, they miss the seasons changing. They're filled with wild melodies. They're not supposed to be in the cage. They're not supposed to feel stuck. They're not supposed to be constrained. And they miss the freedom of nature. They've missed the freedom of doing what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it. And now they're just sitting in swings. They're complacent in this safety net that they're starting to resent. And I feel like a lot of creatives definitely know what I'm talking about.
100%.
Because it's like, okay, on one hand, you got to do this to pay the bills. You got to do this to keep going day by day. And you're waiting on God for this sign. And everything around you that's man-made isn't waiting on God with you. So that's barefoot and restless. Cages don't help us,
Well, that is so deep, and that is true. Like as a fellow creative, like that feeling, and it does feel stunting. Like it does. It's not comfortable, but the way that you put it makes it feel like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to go through and come out of. So I'm wondering, like after you do come out of these seasons, do you create music about coming through it, about coming out?
Yes. So and that's where the worship music comes in, right? So we've got the testimonial, which is like, okay, this is the ugly in the thick of the walk. I still believe you, God. I'm still trying to trust you, God. I'm going through this hardship. And then we've got worship music where it's just like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's performing miracles, if anyone's able to turn water to wine, like that's why I praise you. And the war is over. I have a couple songs like that on my guitar actually, where it's more so speaking to, that effortless hallelujah, that unapologetic thank you. Because at the end of the day, like, he knows the plans he has for us.
Period.
That's what he says.
Yes.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to provide you a better future and a hope. Like, if you truly logically believe that that's a promise that the God who took his time making you has declared over your life, then it's like, okay, I know why the cage bird sings, but I also know it's going to be okay. Yes. So, yeah, I want my music to be able to speak to the sheep of his pasture that are lost, but they know who they're looking for. They know who they're looking for.
That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I'm understanding now why you told me that you prefer to perform live as opposed to recording, because it is a presence that like you have such a strong spirit. Truly, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So when you are, like, for instance, you were just upstairs.
Yeah.
How did you feel the crowd reacting or interacting with your music?
So what happens sometimes, and I'll be honest, I'll get lost in the sauce.
Okay,
so it's
and
like
that's fine. I feel
sometimes I don't know what's going on around me. But what I did notice when I was performing tonight was people were starting to like snap with it. They were starting to like move kind of with it, and I'm learning to start looking up and interacting with the audience as well. But it's multitasking.
Yes,
so.
of course, because
Yeah.
I feel that getting lost in the song or in the moment, rather.
Yeah,
Yes.
just feeling it, because you, as a creative, you are the living conduit of what everyone else is receiving. So I can't be worried about, oh, that person might not like this lyric, or oh, that person, they're being still right now. No, I want you to hear. And because I'm more so a lyricist, I mean, as much as I love my music, I'm less about the beat and more about the words that I speak.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to enter into your heart. That's what's going to be what you're walking home talking about later. I would imagine that might have been what Brody was talking about.
No, he said he was down here singing it. He said the song is actually stuck in my head. Like, mind you, this is the first time he's hearing it.
First
You know
time,
what I mean?
yeah.
So, yes, that works.
Yeah.
And you only perform with your drum?
So I have a guitar.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But with certain songs, because I only hear them with the djembe, I play them with the djembe. So it's really just my voice and the djembe and God.
Girl, that's
and then,
beautiful.
When it comes to the guitar, there's certain songs where, like, obviously I can't do both, but I hear the melody. So I would, play around. And I've had my guitar since 2020. That was a quarantine hobby that I learned because the piano wasn't able to be tuned while everybody was quarantined.
Wow.
So I needed my emotional outlet.
Yes. So you play multiple instruments.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
That is beautiful. And of course, I know you're still in the process of recording your music,
Yes.
but if we want to be able to keep up with you or hear you, what can we do? How do we do that?
If you got Spotify, type in Miss Hayze. If you got Apple Music, type in Miss Hayze. If you got iHeartRadio or Pandora, type in Miss Hayze. YouTube Music, type in Miss Hayze. And you'll find me. You'll find what I've got so far. But the best thing that you can do is go on Instagram, because that's where I'll actually post, this is where I was. And I'll usually rely on my audience that's recording me to send me the video footage.
Yes.
And then I post that. And I feel like that's a really beautiful, authentic way that I can interact with the audience that listen to me. Like, yeah, I want to take what you captured. Yeah, I'm going to post what you captured. I'm going to give you your credit too if I know who you are. If I got it, I'm going to get you, So, but another thing I will say is, besides me doing music, I am also a co-director of a independent film that's upcoming.
Wow,
Called The
cool.
Whisperer. Yeah, it's The Whisperer. We're currently doing auditions, women-only auditions, because we had a lot of men come out. But that is something that we are already pushing out now, and we're looking to film, I want to say later this year. No excuses, 2026.
Period.
So, I'm very well-rounded.
I was about to say, we love a multifaceted queen, though. We do.
Yeah.
Okay, so The Whisperer.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout for that as well. Well, thank you so much, Miss Hayze, for blessing us today. Truly,
Thank you.
beautiful spirit, beautiful song, and now I gotta go. I have to hear it myself.
I'm blessed
I gotta
to
go
be
hear
a
it myself.
blessing. I'm going to try to get Cages out on all streaming
Please.
platforms. But if you want to hear it before I do that, go ahead and go on Instagram and just,
Type in Miss
yeah.
There you go. All right, well, thank you so much.
Oh, I